Hello, welcome back. Lots of messages this turn. I've been speaking to Marboni a lot, and he sent me some gems because he's making his last stand, as per this message. I think Agoth is about to storm his cap, or currently sieging his cap. So there we go. I was also speaking to Lanker a bit, who I think has gone AI this turn. Kitiz just kind of rolled in and took all of our shit, so sent me some blood slaves and a couple of random items. Skull Mentor, Ice Lance, Ring of the Warrior. Yeah, sure. We cast a lot of site searching spells, didn't find anything. We did find something manually site searching though, I think. Where was that? Oh, that one. In Tiny Willow we found a well of white water for 1 water gem. I've had a couple of realizations, 2 in fact. Looking at the site searching spells reminds me, I'll just mention this. Casting Call, Small Men wanted. So I wanted lots of water gems to summon the Rimveti. But I realised there's 2 different kinds of Rimveti. There's a really, really good kind that I think Vetiheim can summon or recruit. And then there's a less good version that you get from the spell. So the Rimvetis that you get from the spell aren't quite as good as I thought they'd be. But they're still going to be nice. They're still like size 1 units with a cold aura and stuff. They're just not the extremely buff sacred versions, which is a real shame. So I just thought I'd mention that. The other realization I had was that Pangaya's AI now, and is about to be out, and they're the guys who have Mother O Cup. So I should probably try and steal that. So I should stop casting Haruspex and just save up my nature gems for a bit, I think. Because if we get Mother O Cup, it's basically... It gives us 10 nature gems, which is what we need to cast Brood of Garm, so essentially getting Mother O Cup would just be 5 free Jotun Wolves every turn. So I started alchemizing some gems to make sure that we have enough nature gems. I might not need it to go down, I might be able to just instantly knock it out. I sent a message to Pangaya's player and asked how many gems he put into it. And he said he min cast it with either an N5 or an N6. And we have an N7 caster, so we might just be able to just put in like 50 gems and get it. But we should probably try and get it either way. So I just thought I'd mention those 2 things. Anyway, some battles then. Nothing too interesting, I'll just very quickly watch them. We got Cradle of Life first of all, taking back a province from 1 point of province defense. That goes fine. Next there was a battle in Fomoria. This is a nice one. AI Fomoria sends these guys at me. I think these are scripted to do attack rear, which is interesting. I guess he did that before he went AI. But the joke's on him though, because we actually managed to kill his commander, just randomly. So that's the end of that army, which is great. I don't think it's possible for him to recruit any commanders now, right? Because we also had a battle at the fortress in New Spring, which is empty, and took it. So he has no forts, which means I think he has no gold now. Battle in the Bulwark as well. This was me taking that nice shore province. You get to see some of my whites in action now as well. I need to put them a little bit slightly further forwards, because they get in just behind the skeletons, but even so. They were already placed forwards, just not forwards enough, I don't think. So there's Bulwark. Also saw a battle in Bright Gate. So we saw Kitiz rolling through Lanka's territory. He's moving towards the throne, which is annoying. I want to get that throne. Lanka put a lot of province defense here, by the way. And since Kitiz is mostly militia, they don't do that badly. But there's also a lot of like skeletons and stuff being summoned, so... Lots of holy pyres being cast as well. Wonder what that is. Look that up.
Eternal Pyre is a Meridian national spell that deals AoE fire damage. It deals triple damage to undead and demons. It is being cast here by a commander wielding a flambeau, which grants you the ability to use this spell.
So that was Bright Gate. So he lost 43 units, but it's mostly like militias, serpent dancers. Oh, these guys aren't bad, actually. We've got 17 of those. A couple of falchineers and stuff. Yeah, he lost quite a bit of stuff doing that. That's a lot of province defense. Yeah. That's over here by the throne. I'll get to that in a moment, I guess. We took New Spring. Unexpected event in Cradle of Life. Lost some tax and gained some unrest. Not good. Finished some forts. So Darkwoods got upgraded. Pania got finished. That's nice. And 3 afflictions were cured. Okay, let's start down here then this turn. I can see lots of Cartesian stacks walking around. I want to get this throne. I'm going to move towards it. Even if he takes it, I'm going to attack right afterwards. I'm also casting Wolven Winter on it. It's a real shame. I really think it's unfortunate that these spells take place during the ritual phase. Sorry. Take place during the event phase instead of the ritual phase. Because it means that the effect of this spell triggers after any battles next turn, which is unfortunate. But I'm casting it on Inarim this turn. The reason it would be nice if it took place during the ritual phase, because then if he attacks it this turn, he'd be attacking under Cold 3, which would be good. But I don't think it's going to work that way. But I'm going to cast on it this turn, and then attack it next turn, when the Cold scares will then therefore be in our favour. And the Nifl Jarl himself can actually move there in 1 turn. So it's safe for him to do this and still be in the fight next turn. So we'll attack that throne next turn. This army is probably going to stay in this region forever. I think it needs to. We need to do a little bit of recruitment down here as well for mages and things, but currently the army is not bad. We've got quite a lot of Goaty Huskars now, who are pretty good. But I'll look at what that Holy Fire spell is. Holy Pyre. Maybe these guys need to like stay back, because they're not going to be fire resistant. Actually, that's not true. I could cast fire resistance on them. Actually, it's only 5. What are these guys? I guess I could get them up to 2 fire res, which is something, I suppose. Yeah. But we'll attack that in 2 turns. And maybe kill this stack. Over here, we took the Bulwark. There is a site here. I thought maybe this was a gold site, and I was like, oh, that's great. But it's a resource site, unfortunately. It's only a 35 income province. I can't see any magic sites here. I'm just going to go back underwater now and take blue water. There's lots of Triton troopers here. I'm hoping that there's no commander though, so that he can't move it. And we're just going to have to walk in and kill these things. These are pretty good underwater units though, right? They look like they're well armoured and stuff. Hopefully we can take this easily. It's still shocking to me that Fomoria hasn't been dom killed yet. He still has 5 points of dominion in this province, which is insane to me. But yeah. I think it's very difficult to dom kill people now. It's worth remembering we have conflict bonus and dominion of 7. There is a temple here. There was someone preaching this temple as well for a while. We only just got up to 1 white candle. But even this is 4. Dom killing people seems really hard. I don't know. But yeah, we'll head back underwater and try and take this. I'm gonna take this province as well. We've got lots of stacks in this region now. So I think we'll take this stuff, maybe attack this province and get the items. And then think about just taking this throne off of Garthur and invading. He's about to have his big fight in Malverni, so hopefully he loses some stuff. It'd be great if he actually lost the fight. But hopefully he at least loses some stuff. And then we can start walking in. I'm going to try and speak to Abyssia. I found Abyssia over here scouting. I'm going to see if I can convince Abyssia to attack Katiz. Just so that I don't have to worry about him so much. Because I'm going to have to leave both of these 2 stacks here on my border to deal with Katiz if he aggresses. Even just to leave stuff on the map. It's only this stuff and what I recruit from this point on that can attack Agartha, I think. Yeah, but we'll see anyway. Just need to take these 2 provinces and Fomoria is done and we can stop worrying about the AI. And then we can move up. We paid for our giant this turn, getting some more giants. I'm building a temple in Fire Meadow this turn. I think Dominion push is going to be important. And so the only thing left to talk about is just what I'm putting in place. I'm saving nature gems, so I've stopped recruiting wolves for a bit. And I'm just doing some site searching and researching here at the moment. Since we got sent a load of bloodslaves by Lanka, I don't need to worry about blood hunting just yet. We've got like a stockpile. So the plan, I think, is I'm going to get one level of blood magic quickly. And I'm going to start summoning fiends, I think. Fiends of darkness. These guys have dark power and they fly. I think having flying units is always good, just in your army. And dark power and dark vision might be quite useful against Agartha. Because they're a cave nation, right? I assume their cap is in a cave. There's a cave here. Lots of caves here. So some Fiends of Darkness might be a nice little addition. And then we're almost at Conjuration 5. And we're going to try and get Mother Oak as well. So once we get that, we'll start trying to summon Fiends of Darkness, Rimveti, and Jotun Wolves. In addition to what we already have. And they'll be making up the armies rolling east. That's the plan. And that's it for this turn. I might even summon some more whites with the death gems. What is it, 20 death gems to cast it? Maybe. Recruitment, I am actually doing recruitment now as well, which is good. I think Oak Beach I'm recruiting a Gija. Nifl has the Jarl and the Giants. Flower Meadow is getting Gijas. Ironport is getting half a Gija. I need to upgrade this fort. So this region is doing recruitment now, and in addition we'll have our first Crystal Sork next turn as well. So this region is getting set up now, infrastructure is mostly finished. Just this region needs to get finished off, but got big stacks sitting around here anyway, so it's not too vulnerable. That's it for this turn, I think. Wolven Winter. Beach Patrol, build Temple. Still doing Voice of Apsus. Oh, Magic Event, yeah. I put a Water Mage back in the Lake of Living Water province. He's going to be doing Magic Event. So hopefully we'll be getting some Water Elementals out of this site as well. Which will also be quite good. I should assemble an Undead army in Ironport as well to take this lake when we invade. Oh, I guess there's one here that can also do this. We've got a Ring of Water Breathing in the lab. Yeah. Okay. Ending turn. So that was turn 33. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Public notice. The people of Fomoria have elected to hold a free and democratic referendum on whether or not to cast out their old rulers, tear down the old temples, and dissolve the nation, becoming instead people of Niefelheim, with all of their lands and holdings becoming de facto territories of the great nation of Niefelheim. The results of this referendum were as follows, certified by independent election inspectors from the great nation of Niefelheim. Question. Should Fomoria dissolve, and all of its lands, people, and holdings become part of the great nation of Niefelheim? I. 63%. Yes. 37%. Turnout. 100%. This is a great day for the people of Fomoria, who are people of Fomoria no longer, but people of Niefelheim, from now and forever after.
Hello, welcome back. I got some more research done. Blood Magic's up to 2 now. We can start summoning Fiends of Darkness. Change research targets again a little bit. I thought I might as well pick up some enchantment just so that my death mages can actually do something. At the moment they're just spamming Frighten. This will at least get them up to Raise Dead. Could be something in combat. And Raise Skeletons if there's no corpses. That's fine, I think. Would still like some construction though. Lots of site searching, again, didn't really find anything. Only the manual search with Fomorian language classes found a labyrinth of skulls. That's one more death gem per turn. Quite nice. A couple of battles then. So we spied AI Lanka attacking Gatiz with not much into all this trash that Gatiz has. They do fairly well though, considering. Mostly just kill skeletons though, unfortunately. That was chambers underneath. Yeah, it killed 7 long dead horsemen. That's something, I suppose. Battle in Scantress then. Just us walking into that swamp. Unfortunately, this guy can't recruit any more commanders. But it doesn't really matter, I suppose. That's the swamp taken back. And then there was also Small Sea as well. Where Fomoria attacked us with those Titan troopers. We got our whites here though, and the big skellies. So both of those battles go fine, and that is pretty much the end of Fomoria's army, I think. There's just the last sea province now to take, and then they're out. Which is why I sent a comedy message to the world. Yeah, I imagine they're going to be vanquished next turn. We also spied one other battle between Katiz and Lanka, which was, I think, was just putting the capital under siege. Lots of long dead. I imagine Katiz is pumping these out every turn somewhere in the world. So that's Lanka. 82 long dead horsemen. Events then, Forester Gun. We did actually bind some water elementals. They freeze in cold and become ice elementals, which is cool. But yeah, we got 8 of them, which is quite nice. I'm going to keep magic eventing so that we get lots of water elementals. Dark Woods, we gained some dominion but lost some people. Contrast, gained some unrest and misfortune and a curse. And we lost that Gija, who was my Astral 2 Gija that was diseased for a long time, died eventually. So there we go. Alright, first things first, I wanted to take this throne. I said if Katiz took it, I was just going to walk in anyway. But TNN took it, which sucks. I don't actually want to, like... I don't really want to upset TNN, I kind of want them to just, like, be left alone. So I'm going to just leave this. I think I could easily take it off them if I ever want it. So it's not a huge problem, I suppose. It just kind of sucks. I wanted to take another throne. But yeah, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to start anything with TNN, I'm just going to move back home. This army is just going to stay in this region now forever, probably. And that'll be that. We can still take this throne later on. But for now, I'm just going to leave it alone. Had a mage sitting here for a while doing blood sank. It was a bit useless, so this mage is going to come down to Divan. I'll just sit here and research, and maybe one day blood hunt in this province. And Small Sea, yep, this is the last province now, Blue Water. We'll take this, and that'll be the end of Fomoria, I think. That's all wrapped up. So 2 main things happening this turn are lots of things are being moved to Ironport, and I'm attacking Burgess. Got my guys arranged like this. Basically anything that's not sacred is in this block, and anything that is sacred is in this block. And we're just going to sit here, do hold and attack, hold and fire. And this will probably clean up Burgess and his friends. We'll get some items out of this, hopefully. Hopefully it all goes fine. I did give everyone like 1 or 2 bodyguards just to make sure nothing unfortunate happens. I think otherwise this will be fine. We've got a priest doing some blessing. My prophet's going to do divine blessing though, and then do some smites. I got the astral mage, going to do some body ethereals on people. My death mage, mostly just going to spam frighten after buffing herself. And my big Niefelheim, going to do some quickness on some of the units, and then spam numbness. Thought numbness might be pretty good to stack with the cold auras that's going to be freezing everybody. Why not? So that'll roll into Desert of Cliff Dwellers. I am sure that we will start starving immediately once we get here, but that's fine. New Spring has 586 supplies, so as soon as we roll back into New Spring, we'll be fine. And once we've done that, I think we're just going to attack Agartha immediately. They still haven't attacked Mavoni yet. They still haven't moved on to Mavoni's cap yet. So there's still an army around here getting ready to gear up, but Mavoni still hasn't had the fight. But it's possible that Mavoni inflicts some kind of blow against Agartha in a couple of turns. But while that's happening, we're moving stuff into Ironport. Lots of mages mostly. The plan is to start having 3 blood mages cast Summon Fiends of Darkness every turn. We'll have a nature mage doing Brood of Garm every turn. And ideally we'll have 2 water mages doing Rimveti every turn. And then alongside that as well, I might have a death mage doing... I was going to do whites, but I might do Draugr instead. They are still good units. They're arguably better than whites in some situations. It also only costs 15 death gems, and we now have 15 death gem income. So we won't ever actually dip into our stockpile if we just spam this every turn. That's lots of summoning every turn in this fort from now on. Still just need another turn or two to set it up though. Need to start actually blood hunting here, and we need to actually get Mother Oak up. I don't quite have enough gems yet that I feel safe casting it. I need like over 60 gems I think to put into it, just to make absolutely sure that the exploding die doesn't fuck me. So when we've got 60 nature gems, or I see the global actually go down, we'll cast it. Because we would really benefit from the 10 nature gems per turn, I think. I'm still also moving all Astral Mages to Ironport as well. I think Astral Mages will be useful. I need a consistent way to get Light of the Northern Star off. It's going to be annoying because it requires 2 pearls every time you cast it, and I'll probably have to Communion to cast it as well. But we'll worry about that later. Now everything is still just putting pieces into place. I don't think I'm building anything this turn. Because I'm recruiting another Jarl this turn. And 4 Giants, which is pretty good. I wanted to make sure I'm getting at least 3 Giants every turn. And a Jarl every other turn. We're building up stuff in the garrison here as well, in addition to the summoning we're going to be doing. We should be knocking out a pretty decent little army every 2 turns. In theory, that's the plan anyway. But we'll get these 2 last provinces first, and then take this, and see what happens. I should also probably at some point... I learned my lesson in my Flagger game. I need to make sure I've got a couple of Bishop Fish summoned out of this lab, probably. Sooner rather than later. So as soon as I can, I might recruit one of the Scratty guys to do it underwater. I have a hard time understanding when you would recruit these guys. Because they seem, you know, they're cool enough. But 345 gold and 4 recruitment points is so prohibitive. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm a noob, but I don't really see like a good use for these guys. Some people in the Discord were saying they make great like communion slaves. Because in werewolf form they have like natural regen and like 50 hit points or something. And they still have blood ones, so they can blood magic into communions, but I don't know, for 345 gold and 4 rank points, you just get 1 turbo communion slave? I don't know. They seem pretty bad to me. But one use for them is to just get a regional water mage, I suppose, so I might do that. Anyway, yeah, that's this turn. I think that's everything. Let's just quickly F1. Still doing Voice of Apsus. Oh, that reminds me, yeah, there's one other thing I'm doing, which is I am actually casting Haruspex once, because Yunal Forest here has never been searched, and it's a forest. So I have good feelings about Yunal Forest. I think, or is it Junal Forest? Jarls has screwed me up now. I keep pronouncing J's whatever, Y's. I've got a good feeling about Junal Forest, okay? I believe that this province is going to have a nature site. I believe that Northern here is going to find a nature site with Haruspex. In fact, it's going to be a 2 nature gem per turn site. That's how confident I am. This will pay off. Ending turn. That was turn 34. Tune in next turn when we find a great nature site in Junal Forest. Thanks for watching. See you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. We sent a message to everyone. And then we got some conjuration research done. I've looked at this a couple of times, but yeah. It gives us Howl. Gives us... I might actually use Spirits of the Wood as well. For Patrollers. They're pretty good and they have Spirit Sight. So in particular, if I start blood hunting that province near Tinanog, it might be nice to have Spirit-Sighted Patrollers who can see Glamoured stuff. But yeah, mainly got here for Howl, Rinverti. Might do some Voice of Tiamats in the sea that we've got. Probably some other things in here we might use one day. But for now I'm going to go back into... I'm going to get Evocation to 3, just for Freezing Mist. So that my Niffle Jarls can drop some big evocations. Well, big-ish. Enchantment 4 then for death stuff. Instructions. We have very low research. This might be the slowest that I've ever done research in any game on the channel. Because I looked back at the Phlegra videos to see where we were up to at this point in the Phlegra game, and we were ahead of research. So, might take a while to get all this done. We have been building a lot of buildings and stuff though, I don't know. Search for sites, didn't find anywhere. Battle in blue water. You can probably tell how this goes, given the last message in the log was Fomoria being vanquished. I said I was going to move the whites forward and I didn't. Doesn't matter though. Good stuff. So yeah, Fomoria has been permanently vanquished. At the end, he did not rule a single province, and now has nowhere to return. We also attacked into the Desert of the Cliff Dwellers. This is Bogus and his crew. How do we do? How many losses are you predicting? One down. Two down. Struggle a little bit with Ghost Wolves. Three down. Four down. Five down. How many losses do you think? 0. That went perfectly. Great. Cool. We found a lot of items. A lot of them are quite good as well. Sometimes you find some junk. We got Horror Helmet, we got Cat Charm, Greenstone Armor, Boots of Quickness, Precious, Rainbow Armor, 2 Braces of Protection. Since this is a JBBM game, killing Bogus is the only way you can get Braces of Protection, since you can't forge them. We also spied a battle in Lanka. This was Lanka trying to break siege into a frankly disgusting wall of skeletons. The skeletons are clearly online. So that goes about how you'd expect. There's Lanka. He did lose 105 long dead horsemen, but got a lot of horde of skeletons still in his pockets. Forest of Gun, an elemental has been summoned, good stuff. Abbey, Misfortune +3. Epernia, Unrest +18, Magic +1. Children are disappearing at night, strange creatures skulk in the wilderness. I wonder if that triggers something else. We are starting to starve, of course, and Fomoria's gone. Okay, so I was talking to some people on the Discord. I've already previously spoken to, I think, Saramatia about the possibility of invading Katiz. And it sounds like he's gearing up to do that at some point. Makoni also messaged me, since we now have this kind of major border. I guess all of this is like a major border now. And Makoni was trying to get me to attack Katiz, and I said, no, I'll just leave you and Sarah to do it. But I did let him know that Abyssia is Katiz's northern neighbour. So maybe if we're lucky, Makoni, Saramatia and Abyssia will all attack Katiz soon, which is good. That frees me up to concentrate on Agartha. I don't think Agartha has stormed Mavoni yet. That fight is still to come. Mavoni does have a bunch of pigs with blood vengeance bless, so it might inflict some harm on him. He did send me a picture of what Agartha's main army looks like, so I'll put that on the screen. It's kind of scary. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to do a little mini communion to spam arcane bolts, I think, to get rid of those magma children. Still sure that's my best bet. I don't know. We'll see anyway. But that's it for diplomacy and stuff. Oh, well, no, I also messaged TNN and said, hey, you want to stay peaceful? And he wished me a Merry Niflmas. So there we go. This also got retaken by barbarians, which is quite funny, but whatever. I'm gonna sit there now. Other than that, this is a pretty simple turn. I'm moving... These two water guys are both water 4. They're my only water 4s, I think. So they're going to move over to Ironport. They're going to take over Rinverti summoning duty. and I'll move some water 3s back to Bergamum. I also want to get another water mage into Shade Forest to do more, because there's another Lake of Living Water here. So maybe that will also trigger the story event, and we can start summoning Ice Elementals out of both of these, which would be quite good. But the main thing is in Ironport now, I'm doing lots of summons this turn. I'm doing 6 casts of Fiend, 1 of Rimveti, 1 of Draugr. So we still need to get some mages and stuff in place here to do the rest of the summons. But things are starting to move now anyway. And since the Jarl is already paid for this turn, I also started upgrading this palisade to a fortress as well. So things are progressing nicely here. This is where we just killed Burgess. Gonna move to New Spring now. We'll set up. This is a pretty decent army on its own. A couple of mages. I gave some of the good items to podcasting workshop here. And yeah, I mean that's a pretty badass loadout already. I was thinking it might be nice to have like a reinvigoration item. And I don't know, maybe a luck shield, some kind of weapon. If you want to like go all in and give this guy the last 3 pieces of gear that he needs, why not? He's looking pretty cool now. Yeah, but we'll set up a New Spring next turn, and then we'll attack into the throne. And that just leaves my gems. You'll notice I have no gems. I alchemized a lot of like water gems and death gems into pearls. I alchemized a lot of pearls into nature gems. I got us up to, I think, 70 nature gems. And we have N7. So in theory this is... I mean, Pangai said he cast it with min cast, which would be 50 gems, with either an N5 or an N6. So that's either like a 0 gem overcast or a 5 gem overcast. We're going to be doing significantly more than that. So hopefully that's enough to knock it out. It is still up. I don't know how Pan's still in the game, to be honest, but yeah. Fingers crossed that we knock out Mother Oak with no problems, and that Pan didn't lie to me. It's very possible that Pan lied to me and he has like an N9 caster or something. I have no idea. But hopefully we get Mother Oak next turn, because that would be really good. And our gem income would look very nice then as well. Other than that, basic little things. This mage is now just researching. These guys are all blood hunting. Once I have Mother Oak up, I'll summon some more wolves or something. Just to increase the patrol strength. And then put them back on blood hunting duty. We'll see how that goes. And that's it for this turn. As that was turn 35. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying it, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.